For Indian shooter Heena Sidhu, her focus next year would be the World Championship and to carry the momentum into the Asian Games. Having won 2 gold medals with Jitu Rai in the mixed event category, Sidhu hopes the latest method remains as the standard format till the Tokyo Games.
I think mixed event can only help me in my individual performance because there is so much adaptation that I have to do for my partner, as in terms of my rhythm. So it is sort of like a bit of distraction. And if I can perform in that distraction, of course, when I go to my individual event without any distraction, where it's just me performing, so my performance will improve. That's how I look at it. I'm now doing 3 events, and what I've noticed is that these number of events have actually improved my adaptability to different situations, which is very important in an athlete. You don't know what will happen on a particular day. Something might break down, or something unforeseen may happen. So all these different events give me a spectrum of distractions and variations and difficulty levels, and I have to do basically the same thing. So I just have to shoot at my target. So see, honestly telling you that even after winning the 2 medals, both of us have been working on our individual matches only. One, because the rules were not final. It was still a Grand Prix, and this is the 3rd match, and you can see the rules have changed again. So we knew the rules will keep changing. So we will start preparing for this only when we hear about the rules for the next match. So this is what we did. We just work on the basics. Now we get the rules. Now the basics are so strong, we just have to adapt to them. And secondly, the other thing which is still not clear is how will they do the Olympic quotas for the mixed events. So this is something, we would want to continue with mixed events and train specifically for it. But I think what they're going to do is that you can play mixed event only after getting quota in the individual event. So then basically you have to give 85% of your time in your individual event. So these are some things which are still not decided. So before we really jump into mixed team event and give our say 50% of the time, we want to make sure that all these things are addressed. No. Jitu knows the rule. Like for this, he knows the rule. For future, even I don't know the rules. They haven't really said that this is it. They haven't told us, and they haven't. I don't know. This could stay like this. This could change. What about the Olympic qualification? No idea. So for now, we know this match is going to have these rules. Going into the future, I hope they stay like this so that we can really concentrate on this event. But again, we would need more clarification about the qualification for the Olympics. Yeah, I think this is a good number because World Cup final anyway is by invitation only, and per event I think not more than 12 players. So it's almost like we comprise one event ourselves. So that's a good participation. Medals. I can never tell you a number with the medals. Medals is something. It really depends on the performance, your competitor's performance. But the only thing that matters is that what were you doing in training, and what have you learned, and have you been able to execute the same thing. So this year is all about really executing flawless matches going into the future. I think this is more important, executing what you've learned in training. See, as I told you, shooting is a very individual sport. So whatever the federation decides, it will be keeping every event and every match in mind. I, on the other hand, being an individual, and my federation respects that this is an individual event, I can always ask them to excuse me from a match if I feel that it will help me in my next match. So that ways I'm very satisfied and happy with the way my federation have been supporting the athletes. So it really depends on how a person is preparing. Like this is something I told you out of my personal experience and what I have thought about myself. Other people might think differently, and I have different number of events. Somebody may have just one, so it doesn't matter if they play all the matches. So everybody has to look out for themselves, and federation on the other hand has to include everybody. So it's going to be a lot of discussion and a lot of brainstorming. Let's see. It's still we still have time.